get to know your supervisor early on, and tell them about the plans that you have for the next 2 years, what you want to work on, what you're scared of working on, but you do, want to end up working on. That was one thing that really helped me early on, because you jump in and you don't like you're able to dabble at everything. So just speak up about what you want to work on and definitely get your hands on everything.
You're not going to know everything, and that's totally fine. I constantly have imposter syndrome. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough for this. But it's the practice of law for a reason. And immigration law, especially, is changing day by day. So there are always people there to help you.
You don't have to be the person that knows everything in the room. Really take the moment to, learn who your coworkers are, learn about your workspace. This is where you're going to be for the next 2 years. So that part, settling in, I think, think about it just like if you're moving into a new home, right? So how do you make that place your home? I think is an important piece of setting the tone for how you're going to build your community when you start your fellowship.
I would honestly say use your connections, use the network that IJC has. There are always fellows that may have done the same thing that you're looking for, and it's just always reaching out for advice or help from other fellows to make your job a little easier.
I would say a lot of times I felt like I have a case that's not super strong, right? The legal arguments are not strong. Factually, they may look really bad or very difficult. And I learned pretty quickly, like, as long as you have any strand to grasp onto, any straight-face argument you can make that's like not frivolous, go for it. Because it's such an unpredictable human. It's such an unpredictable process that involves a lot of human decision making, and so you really never know what's going to happen. So you just always need to go for it. Always zealously advocate, even if the argument you have is based on unpublished decisions, out of circuit, international law. Just do it.
There might be tears, and that's okay. There certainly were some for me, but 2 years in, I feel infinitely more confident than I did on my first day. So
I think be kind to yourself. Something that I learned is when I first came in, I did the immigration clinic. I did a bunch of not fellowships, but internships. And I felt like I knew a lot of immigration. I was like, okay, I'll be good. But when you first come in, it's completely different sometimes than your past internships, your clinic experience, or even law school in general. So just be kind to yourself to learn new things. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There's so much experienced lawyers on your team that they're willing to help you, and they understand you're new to the field, you're new to helping clients. So don't be so hard on yourself thinking, oh, I don't know anything, what am I doing? Am I in the right field? Or doubting yourself at all, because it comes with time. I feel like I'm in a much better position now than I was during my first couple of months where I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. But now I do think I have a firm understanding of the type of work we do. So just be easy, you're gonna learn, just give yourself time, and it's all just part of the process.